My ex-BF cheated on me with a godly woman. Kinakarma na siya ngayon. 4 na taon kami ng ex ko, at sa unang 3 taon maganda ang samahan namin, loving, stable, and full of fun. Pero ang sumunod na taon, bigla siyang nag-iba. Naging distant na, and then later on, tuluyang nakipag-break. Sabi niya, kailangan daw niyang mag-focus sa sarili and check his career options abroad. I let him go thinking it's probably what he needed for his personal growth. Turns out na hindi lang pala job hunting ang tinrabaho niya. Pagdating niya sa ibang bansa, nakipag-live-in na siya sa mutual friend namin na nakatira doon. Almost 2 years na pala silang magkarelasyon, LDR, habang kami pa. Mga hayop sila. Very godly si ate girl. Active sa church ministries, puno ng verses ang online accounts, at laging praise Jesus ang bukang bibig. Nakakakilabot. She knew about me from the start. But that didn't stop her from helping destroy a relationship. Hypocrisy at its finest. Now, back to the cheater. Karma is hitting him hard. All his job applications were rejected, which forced him back to the Philippines. Unemployed na, bitter pa. Last I heard, may gana pang magdrama na ang hirap kasama ng babae niya dahil overbearing daw at control freak. Kesyo wala daw siyang kalayaan doon at gusto na niya makipaghiwalay. Boy, what did you expect? She got you through cheating, so she's probably paranoid that she'll lose you the same way. Kaya ayan, hinawakan ka na sa leeg. She'll never let you go. God's will ka raw niya eh. All I can say now is, the survey. You traded a loving relationship for that mess, so enjoy every minute of your misery. I'll watch from afar as karma drags the 2 of you to the ruin you so rightfully deserve. My ex forgot to remove me as the beneficiary of his life insurance policy. I am keeping the 1 million pesos, and I don't care what others think. We were together for 5 years and just got engaged when we got life insurance policies, kaya we were each other's beneficiaries. Then, 6 months before the wedding, he cheated on me. Pinatawad ko kasi nang hihinayang ako sa 5 taon at ang katotohanan na kami na ay naka-engaged na. Then 2 months before the wedding, he left me for the girl he cheated on me with. Halos, mabaliw ako. I begged him to come back. I begged the girl to let him go. She was in her early 20s and had her whole life ahead of her. I was in my 30s and felt that my ex was my last chance. Sabi lang ng ex ko, tigilan ko na siya kasi hindi na niya ako mahal. That was 1 year ago. I changed beneficiaries along the way, and I assumed he did too. Until last week, I suddenly got the news that he died. I was shocked, because it was so out of the blue. But then I was even more shocked when days later his sister called me and said that I am still the beneficiary of his insurance policy, thus I will get around 1 million pesos in payout. His girlfriend, the same girl he cheated on me with, wants me to give her the money because she's pregnant with their child and is unemployed. Honestly, I don't care. I have 1 million pesos to my name, care of my cheating boyfriend. He and this girl destroyed my life and they didn't care about me back then. Why the hell should I care about them now? Buhayin mo anak mo, hindi ko kasalanan na hindi ako pinalitan as beneficiary. Di niya ako ginising. Nag-overnight ako kagabi sa bahay ng boyfriend ko. Usually, we just eat and play Valorant together. Pero kagabi, nung maglalaro na kami, inantok na ako. Sanay kasi akong may afternoon nap, lalo na't laging late ako natutulog. Sabi ko sa kanya, idlip muna ako sa room, laro ka lang diyan. Gisingin mo ko if need mo ko. So natulog ako. Nagising ako around 2:00 ng umaga. Pagtingin ko, wala siya sa kabilang room. Naisip ko, tapos na sigurong maglaro, baka nasa baba kumuha ng snacks or drinks. Bumalik na lang ako sa kama at pumikit ulit. Narinig ko na sa kwarto na uli siya. Pagdilat ko, may hawak siyang palanggana at bimpo. Ano yan? Tanong ko. Pupunasan na lang kita kasi parang pagod ka na. Di na, kita gigisingin. Sana. Doon ko lang napansin, hindi pa pala ako nag-wash up. Sabi niya, mukha raw akong pagod. Kaya nagpainit siya ng tubig sa baba at handa na akong bihisan para diretso na ang tulog ko. Grabe. To have someone care for you like this, without asking, without hesitation. Hindi ko inexpect na may ganitong level of thoughtfulness. He has always been so kind and caring towards me. Ayun lang, shinare ko lang. Kinikilig ako haha. Hinahatid kita sa school, kasi sa future hindi na kita mahahatid sa trabaho mo. Last Friday, I had a heated argument with my father cause I was complaining na ang tanda-tanda ko na tapos gusto niya pa ako ihatid papuntang school, while my peers are already learning to be independent. While I'm explaining my argument in a pitched voice, he said calmly na, gusto lang naman kita ihatid araw-araw sa school mo, kasi balang araw tatanda na ang papa mo. Sa future di ko naman nakaya na ihatid pa kita sa trabaho mo, kaya habang bata ka pa at kayang-kaya ko pa, sinusulit ko na ang paghatid sundo. He added, na never daw siya magsasawa until sa hindi niya nakaya. At that time, feel ko sumasakit na lalamunan ko and nanginginig na boses ko na kahit I want to say sorry, di ko magawa. As a goodbye, Papa asked for a goodbye kiss sa noo. Pero di ko na rin nagawa kasi papatak na luha ko haha. Crazy how despite sa masasakit na salita na nasabi ko, nagawa niya pa rin ipakita sa akin kung paano hindi siya sa akin magsasawang magintindi at magmahal. Umiyak ako sa iyo. Nakuha ko yung 13 buwan ko netong swelduhan at ang una kong ginawa ay dinala ko si Mama sa iyo. Ilang tao na siyang nagsasalamin ng hindi niya tamang grado. Nabili lang siya sa mga botika nung mga may fixed na grade kasi mura lang at yun lang ang afford niya. Pagpunta namin sa EO, pinapili ko na siya ng frame na gusto niya, di ko siya binigyan ng budget limit kasi gusto ko mapili niya yung gusto niyang itsura ng salamin. Napacheck na rin namin yung mata niya at doon ko nalaman na sobrang labo na pala ng mata niya at kahit yung mga reading glasses na nabibili sa botika, di na din masyado nakakatulong sa kanya. Di ko mapigilang maluha sa awa at kung bakit ngayon ko lang siya nabilhan ng salamin. Gipit din kasi ako bilang breadwinner. Pero sobrang saya ko na may salamin na si Mama at makikita niya na ang pretty fez ko ng malinaw. Love, Uma, di ko lang masabi sa'yo ng harapan. Edit. Hello guys. I appreciate all your comments. May all the blessings we give to our family come back to us tenfold. I will go back din pala ulit sa EO sa katapusan para pasalaminan naman ang tatay ko and ako na din. Di na ako iiyak, promise. Also, I'm not from Manila din pala kaya di din po option sa akin magpunta sa Quiapo or sa ibang suggested shops. Your Filipino accent is too thick that I can immediately tell that you're a Filipino, sabi ng Pinoy na nakatira sa ibang bansa. Una sa lahat, PI mong hayop ka. You were just privileged to live in the States for just a few years, tapos parang nilo-look down mo mga Pinoy na may thick accent kasi sinishare mo pang di mo kaya mag-Pinoy accent. Mind you, I don't speak the typical Pinoy accent English na lahat matigas, pero lumalabas yung hints. And then, he butted in our conversation just to say that. Sabi pa niya sa accent na tinatry niyang magtunog egoy, you don't even have to try so hard cause it's so obvious that you're a Filipino. Tapos tinanong ko siya kung born and raised ba siya sa US. Hindi naman daw. 3 taon pa lang daw siya. Abay, Gigi ka palang hayop ka. Sana magkagusto ka sa isang foreigner tapos sabihin niya sa'yo na ayaw niya sa'yo kasi hindi Pinoy accent ang meron ka.